Alright, here we are at the carriage house. See what's happened this evening. Here's Zip out enjoying some little Florida sunset. Working on the super Sailfish ZSA Alcort boat. Wooden flat top deck. There's no cockpit like the Sunfish. About 3.5 feet wide. What we're doing today is we had to take out some foam that someone added to this boat, so we took the bottom off of it, took the foam out, been going through checking for areas, replacing anything that looked rotted, cleaning it up. Gonna paint it, put the bottom back on. We did some reinforcement today with just a little stiffener here that runs between the keel and this deck beam here. The deck beam was cut in a few places, maybe for a repair and a replacement. That's why this piece was not painted, we think. So went ahead and add this little stiffener here, another one back there. That'll transfer the load from the deck down into these stringers and into the keel. We fastened these little bulkheads with 2.5-inch silicone bronze screws, tied them through from both sides. And then on back, in the back of the boat, there's some ones that are left over from the when it was built new. We used our little Porter Cable shop vac to clean out some of the flotsam and jetsam. It's battery powered, portable, so we can kind of haul it around wherever we want to. Put these silicone bronze screws in. They got a special head called a Frierson head, and you want to do a pilot hole and a little countersink for the head here. This bit does it all in one, so get the countersink and the pilot hole drilled, and then put a couple in right here to tie this little bulkhead stiffener into the keel. And then the Frierson head has a special bit, a little bit different than a Phillips. It fits a little better, so make sure you get the right bit for the right screw. It's also a joint between the two pieces of deck. There's a forward deck and then a aft deck. There's a joint right there. So we put in this little splice here. Put some thickened epoxy, some Jamestown distributors Thixo underneath, stuck it down. You don't have to have great amount of clamping pressure with thickened epoxy, just enough to keep this from popping back up. We'll let that dry. And what it's doing, it's got this seam on the deck here, so that'll be all sealed up with the thickened epoxy. Then we can fair it, sand it, and paint it. So we're really about ready to do a little bit of light sanding to knock off the big chunks in here, and put another coat of use some Total Boat Wet Edge on the inside. Pan over here, show you the Thixo. Thixo is thickened epoxy. Buy it in the tube. It comes in two parts, the resin and the hardener. Put on a mixing tip, and it dispenses just the right amount of product, so you're not having to stand there with the cup and filler and try to get everything just the right way you want. Up here's our pile of wet edge paint waiting to go. We got some white, and there's some red hiding in there also. Those are going to be the colors for ZSA once we get her all sanded, ready to go. Be a little bit different paint job than what she has now, but you'll be able to know, sir, out on the high seas. That's what we got to today. Hope y'all having a great Halloween, and we'll talk to you later.